Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see live people in the audience. It's been a long time for us since we've had any kind of face-to-face graduation ceremony. So I'm really happy to see everybody and glad you could make it. We've turned our lobby into a graduation hall. We didn't know we could do that. So I'm Laurie Grubbs. I'm the interim dean, and I'd like to welcome you to the FSU College of Nursing's very unique Spring 21 hooding ceremony, and I want to congratulate all the graduates. We were all excited at the College of Nursing when the university made an announcement that they were going to have a live graduation, only to then find out that they were not going to hood any master's or doctoral students. So that just wasn't going to work for us because that's our favorite part of the ceremony. So I will have to give the credit to Dr. Susan Porterfield, our Assistant Dean for Graduate Programs, to have the idea for this, along with Gabby Mendizabal, who is our Events Manager. And they were masterminded this ceremony, and here we are today. As nurses, we didn't let a little bit of adversity get in our way, so here we are. I also wanted to recognize the rest of the support staff that has spent so much time putting this together. It looks like a little space, but it was actually quite a bit of work to put this together, curtains and photographers and that sort of thing. So in addition to Dr. Porterfield, I recognize Gabby Mendizabal, our events manager, Jamie Marsh. I don't know where he is. He disappeared. He is our Assistant Director for IT, who's filming the event. Justin Ferretti, who is our Alumni Affairs Manager, he's in the back. And Brittany Stover, our Administrative Assistant to the Graduate Program. First and foremost, I want to thank all of the graduates for forging ahead in spite of the many bumps in the road brought to us by COVID-19. Spring and summer 2020 were a bit rocky, but again, as nurses, we didn't let a little adversity stand in our way, and everyone braved on. COVID-19 has really highlighted the need for strength, courage, fortitude, teamwork, and most of all, flexibility. Most of our graduates have been out in the world doing nursing work, so they already know about flexibility, but COVID has put a whole new level to that. I'd like to recognize also the families of the graduates who may have had their own personal and professional upheaval during these COVID times. Thank you for your support over the past 3 years, and I know your graduates thank you also. It's a tough program, it's long, and lots of clinical hours, lots of papers, and so I'm sure I see some nods here, I'm sure they appreciated all the support you gave them. I would like to also applaud our faculty who last spring turned all their face-to-face classes into online courses in a matter of days, which is no small feat. I'd like to thank the faculty also for coming here on a Sunday morning for this ceremony. Although our many academic partners are not here with us today, I would like to recognize them for working so closely with us to educate our students in practice. Without them, we would not be here today. Since some uncertainty remains about the control of COVID-19, the beginning of your nurse practitioner careers may be a little bit different than you imagined, but it will prove to be an interesting challenge, I'm sure. It certainly has brought global health to the forefront, and I believe our everyday practice will take on much more of a public health focus than before COVID-19. No matter where you work or what area you choose to be in, I know that you will always advocate for patients, families, and policies to improve and make a positive difference in people's lives. If I could get my papers apart, I could finish this up. I invite all the graduates to join the Knoll Nurse Alumni Association to continue your relationship with the college. Please stay connected and give back in any way that you can to those coming behind you. As you know, we're always looking for preceptors. We'll let you get out for just a little while, and then we'll start calling you on the phone. You ready to take a student? These are still uncertain times, and those coming behind you will also face challenges, so we would greatly appreciate your support. Congratulations, and stay healthy, and I will see you all, too, at the Civic Center. I would now like to introduce Annie Reynolds to do the student address. Annie?
Good morning. On a Friday morning in March 2018, we sat in the same lobby we are gathered in today. We sat uncomfortably, trying to appear confident and poised, all the while scouting out the other potential candidates as we waited to be called for our interviews. We were wearing our suits and dress clothes, resumes in hand, and prepared to answer questions about why we were the best candidates to be granted entrance into the FSU Doctor of Nursing Practice program. Some had interviewed for other programs, while others had just this single interview. But we all entered that day with the goal of furthering our nursing careers by obtaining additional education. When we left the interviews that day, we were excited about our futures, talking about how the interviews went, and one person even saying they thought we would all get admitted. The people who left that day didn't know what was in store for their future, how they could possibly make the rigor of a 3-year program work with their life, but they were willing to give their utmost determination to meet that goal. While it is unrealistic to expect graduate school to be a breeze, our classes met each trial and stressor that's been thrown our way with a determined grit and resiliency. We didn't expect the fall of 2018 to bring Hurricane Michael and all of its destruction. We relocated the Panama City campus students to the Tallahassee campus or had them join via WebEx from their home. We endured and overcame. Our first clinical experiences came in the spring of 2019, and we all managed to find clinical rotations to complete the foundational health assessment requirement. We definitely did not think we could survive an oral pharmacology final exam in the summer of 2019, but we surprised ourselves and excelled there as well. When it came to our DNP projects, the entirety of the work that would be required seemed daunting. But after completing the literature review process in the fall of 2019, we found ourselves in biostatistics class in the spring of 2019. This was the one class we were all really concerned about, but it ended up being the least of our worries that semester. When faced with the COVID-19 pandemic, our class realized that despite canceled clinical rotations, we could still learn and improve our clinical skills. Yes, we did learn from trial and error that the iHuman virtual clinicals put the hardest scenarios at the top of the list, and you should probably start from the bottom. But we endured through this and all the other transitions that we got thrown. We went from having 3 campus classrooms connecting via WebEx each week to 19 individual classrooms from inside our homes. We transitioned the program completely online and also learned that observed clinical experiences can be done via telehealth. We can make it work. We reached our clinical hour requirement each semester with a huge sigh of relief. We had completed another semester, and now we are here to celebrate that endurance as we've made it to the finish line. Now, don't get me wrong. The program has been challenging, but it also has been extremely enjoyable to grow and learn with this group of people. Our class welcomed in 2 little ones with a 3rd on its way. We've had a wedding, group vacations, and we've also celebrated major life events. To my classmates, thank you to each of you for doing this program with me. I'm so proud of what each of you have accomplished and the paths that are in front of you. From our class, we are extremely thankful to all of our families. You have supported and encouraged us through this entire journey. As the class speaker, I would like to extend a heartfelt thank you to each of our family members for walking us through this. We definitely couldn't have done it without each of you. Lastly, we can't say thank you enough to the professors and instructors who have been instrumental into getting us to where we are today. Our class extends our deepest gratitude to all of you for your investment into our lives. So as we graduate and celebrate today, I hope that each one of us leaves this lobby again feeling as confident of our ability to reach our goals. Even though the future seems just as daunting and unknown as it did back in 2018, know that we have endured through graduate school and we will continue to take that determination with us for whatever we face as nurse practitioners. Thank you.
Nicely done, Annie.
Thank you.
I'm so looking forward to standing up here so I can take my mask off. Holy buckets. Sorry. That wasn't very nice, was it? All right. Good morning. I'm Dr. Sue Porterfield, the Assistant Dean of Graduate Programs. I can't take credit for all of this, but thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. This is the first time we have had a hooding ceremony for a Doctor of Nursing practice here at the College of Nursing. And it is exciting to see all of you in your regalia and how great we got everybody to fit in here, which is amazing in itself. I guess it would have been better if it was in the main ceremony hooding, because that is a piece of history. But again, the last 3 years, or 2 years and 8 months to be technically, is very exciting to know all of these. Annie reminded me about your interviews. I forgot about your interviews, because that was like, what were they doing in the lobby before? I've got all the interviews. So I do remember one time in one of my classes, because I have these guys in my first roles class, and we were talking about the program and what to do, and I said, I get so excited to be able to hood some of you. And of course the class is going, what does she mean by some of you? Does that mean we're not going to make it? And of course, as true nature, this class would not let that drop. So they said, excuse me, what do you mean by that? And I went, oh, I guess I better explain that one. What that means is the major professor has the opportunity to hood you. That hard work that you have done, that major professor has been there with you almost the entire time. So that's what makes it so exciting to be able to hood some of you. I get to hood 3 people today. I'm very happy about that. They're probably happy that they're done with me. But again, this is the kind of class that they have been. They have been, they have cried together, they've laughed together. They bring a real joy to the college. And many times I'm reminded, I always say that this class is special, and in reality, it is special, not for, crazy reasons like going out the door or anything like that, but it's special because there are 19 of you that have persevered a tough time. And that just means volumes to me. That speaks volumes to me. That's enough for that. Before I get into why we do a hooding ceremony, I would like to mention some of the accolades that some of the folks have done in this cohort. And if you would, when I mention your name, please stand or raise your hand so that we can see who you are. I know who you are. But it is kind of hard to tell who you are with your mask on, but I think I got the eyes. All right. And if I miss anybody, I apologize. I asked major professors to help me get this list together, and you've done so much, it's been so hard to gather all of that information. Christy Hemingway, Christy presented her DNP project at the Consortium for Medical Marijuana Clinical Outreach Research. She just did it like 2 weeks ago, I think, a week and a half ago. Congratulations. Yep. Kayla Fennell, where are you? There you are. She will present her project in August at the Florida Nurse Practitioner Network Conference. And I think you also got a scholarship, didn't you?
Just through the college.
At the very beginning, right? Yeah. I was thinking about that when I had your name down. I says, I think I wrote something for her. So, yes, congratulations on that. Annie Reynolds, you've already met Annie. And I do have to say that you guys selected her to be the speaker for your group. And that was a hard one to figure out who wanted to be the speaker because you've done so much. But Annie, I think, takes the cake. Oh, whoops. She has published. She has published her DNP project. It will come out in June of 21 in the Nurse Practitioner program journal. And we really want everybody to publish. I know a lot of you are just going, I just want to make it through graduation. I want to be a nurse practitioner. But you'll want to come back and publish because a lot of you have some great projects. She was also chosen the individual for the Grad World of FSU, featured student. She was a finalist. This is the first time we've ever had somebody that we could submit to the 3-minute thesis competition. Dr. Alley and I, Dr. Alley's right there. Dr. Alley is Annie's major professor, and we had to really beg Annie to submit. She goes, I can't. I'm getting ready to present to the Southern Nursing Research Association, and I said, okay, we'll write your thing for you. You just need to present. And slowly, well, she gave us the information, we put it together, she submitted it, and she was selected as one of the top 9, which is really pretty darn good. She has presented at the Southern Nursing Research Association conference in March, and she and Hubby, is Hubby down there? Where is Hubby? Hi, Hubby. They are moving to North Carolina. Okay, North Carolina. And he's graduating or has graduated from FSU with his doctorate. They were competing. No competition in the Reynolds house. They were competing on who could graduate first, making sure that they all graduated at the same time. So she has been selected at the Duke VA Nurse Practitioner Residency Program, which is a 12-month-long program, and she will be working in the Veterans Health. So congratulations on that. Whew. Okay, there's still more. Nicole Parrish, she received the Beta Chapter Sigma Theta Tau grant. She presented at the Sigma Theta Tau Research Conference in March, her DNP project. She has been invited to present at the Council of Advanced Practice in Tallahassee on May 20th for her project. And she is one of 3 that was selected to present her project this coming Thursday at the DNP exposition. So we have got 3, and I'll tell you the other 2 in just a moment. So good job. Callie Birch. I can't say enough. Stand up, Callie. I can't say enough about Callie. Callie has, you can sit down if you want. Callie Birch has kept me out of hot water. Well, I guess it would be lukewarm water. I hired her to be my graduate assistant on the grant that we got, the Military Veteran Mental Health Grant. And I tell you what, she's a blessing. She has been a blessing. She continues to be a blessing. In addition to being my left hand, because my right hand is right there, she has been selected as one of the speakers for the DNP exposition this Thursday. She was awarded the FSU Academic Leadership Award from the College of Nursing, and she will present also at the Council of Advanced Practice on May 20th. Okay, we're getting down to the end of the list here. Caitlin Rich, where are you, Caitlin? There you go. She is the third speaker at the DNP exposition. What we do is we ask major professors, or we ask the graduate program faculty to review their posters, review their abstracts, and vote. They do a tally of the criteria, and those 3 individuals will be presenting, and we will be recording that, and you'll be able to see that. It's going to be via Zoom. You'll get a link if you want to come and watch. You sure can do that. All the graduates are going to present their work. The 3 presenters will do a full PowerPoint. The other folks will do about 3 to 5 minutes about their project. So that's I think it's going to be kind of fun. Let's see. Jamie Snipes will be present. Where's Jamie? There she is, way back there. She's going to present at the Advanced Council, the CAPN meeting in May 20th. So you guys are really going forward with that. I'm running out of accolades here. I do have to say that CVS has been gracious enough to give us grant money if the individuals work at I guess you have to do an interview to go to the CVS. And Callie Birch, Nicole Parrish, and Brittany Johnson, you're back there, Brittany, were selected to receive that grant money of $1,000. So that worked out well. And last, we have 3 people so far that have passed their certification exam. And that is Amy Snipe, Annie Reynolds, and Yudam Kim. So I'm pretty darn excited about that. All right, so now on to the hooding ceremony. Hooding ceremony for academic institution, higher learning, is a time that we can individual schools can recognize their graduate above the bachelor's degree. And during the ceremony, graduates come forward, and their chair or major professor, in this case, will, as their name is called, they will be hooded by their major professor. The colorful, this is a hood. See how nice this is? I worked really hard to get this. And they have worked really hard for their hoods as well. The colored hood is from the university. And I graduated from the University of Florida, as did the dean and a few other folks. Eileen did. So, you know, we're okay with U of F, but the allegiance is at FSU because they pay our salaries. But anyway, no, the allegiance has always been for me, FSU. All right, and the outer binding of the hood represents the school that you graduated from, or the discipline. So ours as nursing is peach, apricot, not peach, but apricot. So on your hoods, you'll see that, and mine kind of goes this way. So that's really what the hooding ceremony is all about. It is a recognition of the fantastic accomplishment that you have done as Doctor of Nursing practice. So from this point, it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. Susan Baker, the Associate Dean of Academic Affairs. She's going to read the names and the personal statement of each one of the graduates. They will come up with their major professor to be hooded as the names are called. And I think Brittany is going to kind of be the guider of where we have to go with that.
Good morning. It's an honor for me to participate in this portion of the ceremony where we hood our graduates. Our first graduate is Gail Adkins, who will be hooded by Dr. Susan Porterfield. After graduation, Gail will first and foremost take pause to enjoy loved ones whom she has sorely missed over this past year. Following, she will pursue clinical practice in the Melbourne Beach area. She also plans to return to FSU to obtain postgraduate psychiatric mental health certification. Our next graduate, Udim Kim, will also be hooded by Dr. Porterfield. Her statement reads, "Since the nurse practitioner can provide care no matter a client's economic status, culture, or geographic location, I have a dream of serving underserved populations, and in the near future, I would like to volunteer in the medical mission field."
This person has done every kind of observational experience that is known to man and womankind.
Our final graduate to be hooded by Dr. Porterfield is Amanda Riley. In Amanda's statement, she states, "I hope to pass my certification exam with flying colors and flourish into a confident APRN."
Did you get your certification too? Amanda, as well.
Our next graduate will be hooded by Dr. Eileen Cormier, Kelly Birch. Callie hopes to work with geriatric patients after graduation and eventually work in academia later in her career.
No choice.
The next graduate is Carrie Usher, also hooded by Dr. Eileen Cormier.
You want a letter?
This represents a lifetime achievement for Carrie. She sees this as advancing the profession of nursing as she models knowledge and competency as well as independence in practice. She will continue as executive director with Intervention Enterprises, which she owns and operates, providing intervention to families in crisis as well as in her primary care practice with Care ATC. Dr. Lori Abbott will now come forward to hood the next graduate, Jerry Stone Edwards. While in school, Jerry has served as the school health administrator for the Florida Department of Health and has assisted at the State Emergency Operations Center during the COVID response. After graduation, she plans to continue her career with the department in a higher leadership role. Dr. Mandy Bamber will now come forward to hood Brandy Fisher. Brandy hopes to grow her nonprofit rescue for domestic violence victims and serve her community. Dr. Jessica Bohorsky will now come and hood Kayla Forno. Kayla plans to work in an outpatient home visit setting as well as per diem in corrections. She also plans to obtain a postgraduate certificate in psych mental health next fall. Dr. Bohorsky will also hood Michelle Taylor. After graduation, Michelle plans to relax, spend time with family, and travel. She also plans to work as a FNP part-time at a specialty clinic and hopes to work per diem at an urgent care. While she could not be with us today, we'd also like to acknowledge Elizabeth Borja, whose major professor was Dr. Brohorsky. And her statement reads that she's excited to begin the advanced practice journey and eager to pick right back up with family to whom she dedicates this moment. And her final statement is, and so the adventure begins. Dr. Geraldine Mortarella will now come and hood Crystal Hemingway. Crystal says no matter where she is, that's where she is. Uh-oh.
I am so sorry.
She says wife, mom, daughter, and coming soon, nurse practitioner. Dr. Mortarella will also hood Brittany Johnson. Brittany's statement is clear. Vacation now, nurse practitioner later. Dr. Eugenia Millender will now come hood Abiodun Ogunrini. His statement reads, his experience in the past 3 years in the DNP program has provided him with the opportunity to learn advanced nursing science. Going through this program has reshaped his skills, improved his confidence, and clinical knowledge. His goal now is to blend his previous experiences with his achievements and to improve patient care. So help me God. Dr. Jolene Greenhall will now come and hood Anna Caitlin Rich. After graduation, Caitlin plans to work as a nurse practitioner, providing family medicine to the rural community of Gulf County, Florida. In the future, she plans to obtain certifications in aesthetic medicine and return to FSU to obtain certifications as a psychiatric mental health and acute care nurse practitioner. Dr. Allie Craig Rodriguez will now come hood Annie Reynolds. After graduation, Annie will be moving to North Carolina and is looking forward to having more time to be with her family, explore outdoors, and safely travel. She's very thankful that she's already passed her AANP board certification and has a job offer for a primary care nurse practitioner residency with the Durham VA and Duke College of Nursing. Dr. Craig Rodriguez will also hood Jamie Snipes. Jamie's statement reads, forever a mom, urgent care nurse practitioner on the side. Dr. Leanne Barfield will now come hood Nicole Parrish. After graduation, Nicole hopes to start a position as a nurse practitioner at the University Health Center or working in rural medicine, in addition to continuing teaching with the undergraduate nursing program here at FSU. She is looking forward to having more time with her expanding family, vacationing, and finding balance. P.S. She's working on saying no from time to time, just not to Dr. Porterfield. Dr. Teresa Winton will now come hood Amy Rodriguez. Amy's statement reads, "At 16, I found myself pregnant and without a home. No matter how far I had fallen or what I faced, I knew school was my ticket out to breaking the generational cycle. Today, I am graduating with the highest degree in my field. I say all of this to illustrate my ability to push forward in the face of adversity and to show my children how to overcome and fight." And finally, Dr. Lucinda Graven will come and hood Star Young. Star's statement reads, "After graduation, I hope to stay close to home and serve my rural community as an FNP. After gaining experience as a nurse practitioner, I would like to become an adjunct professor and return to teaching." Let's once again congratulate these graduates on this major accomplishment.
I think Dr. Baker did a fantastic job on that. Thank you. Very good. Mandy, are you supposed to give this to somebody?
I was hiding in the back corner.
Huh?
I was hiding in the back corner.
I see that.
So,
You told me it was there, so I figured I better mention it.
so every year, Sigma Theta Tau, the Honor Society for Nursing, gives out an award to a graduate student, usually based on their project, but this year we kind of changed it up a little bit because there's a different award for that same purpose. So we based it on scholarship and leadership, and the faculty voted on it. And I would like to present this award to Annie Reynolds.
Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, Annie. We made it. First of all, what I'd like all the new doctors in the house to please stand. All right. I want to thank all of you for coming. This has been really special. It still gives me the same special feeling to be able to hood my students, now doctors of nursing practice, and I hope you got the same sense from this ceremony. I know that we've thanked you, we thanked you, and we thanked you, and we thanked you. I can't say enough with all of that, and thank you. Sorry. She's the boss, I should thank her. All I want to say now is congratulations and go make a difference.